red chakra. Let's get some grounding going. Hi, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I'm Kimmy Rose, and this is we're all prisms of light, wonderful prisms of light. We're here to do some free readings for everybody. We will be doing them from 8 o'clock. If you are just tuning in to our YouTube channel, each of us are part of Light the Way Prisms of Light, and the address is LITE, theway.com. Go on over there and you can talk to each of these wonderful earth angels. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start with, like, we'll start with Stephen because we'll just go in a row. Stephen's all the way to the left, and then go over to Kayla, go over to Kelly. Stephen, can you wave? Stephen Seaton is one of our Light the Way readers. He's
Hey,
awesome.
give me 1 second. I'm trying to get something. So
Okay,
just,
so
I'll be last.
just wave, just wave. So, and
Oh.
then we've got Kate. We've got Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
Hi. Why I'm not waving?
No, you are. You're doing great. And then Skip.
Hello.
Skip Smith. And then Kayla will be back on with us. And we're all we're here to answer your questions. I have a question already, 121796. And do you want to start?
What is going on?
Her name is M. Okay, I'm going to make sure. 12171996. Her name is Emmy.
Yeah, I did her her number, and she's a number 9 life path, which is the humanitarian life path. It's the highest vibrational number there is. And the quote for her is, the positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the tangible, and achieves the impossible. So I didn't pull a card for her, but I think a native spirit card might work
That feels
well.
good.
Yeah. I'm playing with that deck today.
That's a good one. I'm like I'm playing with the deck in my head today. You know, I thought I'll use my spirit guide to help me today. So I'll just wait for you, and then I'll as you're going out, then we can all tune in together. That's what I love is we all work so good together, which is perfect. And then Skip will give him some time to get his stuff together.
This has been coming up for a lot of people lately. Her card is the Thunder Drum.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, it's kind of about, let me find the thing to read about it. So the card's meaning is stand up and be counted. Be assertive. Don't be shy about sharing your gifts and letting the world know about your value. Declare with authority, this is who I am and this is what I stand for. Make a stand for others less fortunate. Take risk, walk in rhythm to the beat of your own drum. This is not the time to step back or step aside. Her Native American spirit wants her to know throughout the world, indigenous people call spirit through drumming. Drumming was used to activate one fighting spirit before battle, as well as for joyous celebrations and sacred ceremonies. It's also used for healing rituals. In every case, the drum beat was used to open spiritual realms. A thunder drum calls the thunder beings from the sky, and they arrive with passion and incredible vitality. Drawing this card means that it's time to step into your passion, make a stand in life for what truly matters to you. I feel like maybe she has something she wants to do, but lets others' opinion influence her. And it can be okay for her to really do what she needs to do and stand up for others too, be an example. And then the journey is a powerful way to activate her life force is to drum on her chest lightly with a closed fist. It's especially powerful if you do a 2 beat, like a heartbeat. I think you showed me something like that once,
Yeah,
Kimmy. Yeah.
tapping. Yeah.
So I think that the EFT or that drumming would be beneficial for her when she's feeling low self esteem, just to bring herself back up And it also will ground her.
I feel that too. And I'm just getting, I just ask a question. I'm like, I'm getting a yes or something about a relationship. And I heard have a relationship with yourself. Something about parents. I'm just being told, don't be it like maybe it like your parents can be like an like kind of like your parents can think differently or be a little bit in opposition with things. It's important for you to really really connect with especially your father. There's some healing that's needed, and I see that there's something about being careful with a relationship because this relationship can be very damaging if you're not careful. I'm sorry if I don't know if it's a guy or, but when Kelly was tapping on her heart, I'm like, oh, something with heartache I could feel. I could just feel that in particular. So what we're going to do is we'll go to Skip and then I'll go to the next question and then we'll have Kayla, we'll give Kayla that question and that way we can get through more people. Maybe each of us will do a couple people. Sound good?
Something came to me while you were talking,
Sure.
and I feel that that relationship might be what the issue is. Why they're not supporting her self-esteem.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Her
it's just
dreams.
so strong, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a block. It's a block for her because she's allowing it to control her, not follow her life path.
That makes a
I
lot of
feel it
sense.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel something in my throat and my heart. It's like kind of like a pressure, like a cage, kind of. So it's like something's being held back.
A burning. Yeah. Ooh,
But it's
I
like
can feel it.
yourself being held back because when it's in your throat, it's kind of like you're not speaking what you need to say. You're not, you know, fulfilling yourself, expressing yourself.
Your speaking your truth, right? Like
Yeah.
that truth. That makes sense. Skip, what do you feel?
I was actually looking something up for Lisa about her career.
Okay. Oh, for Lisa, you're talking about Lisa asked she said she's having trouble finding work in this area due to lack of experience. She has to move out. Her birthday is 11/21/74. Is that the one that you're asking? That you're gonna go ahead?
Yeah, basically it shows on her birthday, that would be the time starting right there that career-wise things will be going well. So she might be waiting, but it's coming. So yeah, good results with career, success from setbacks. So a job is coming her way. And financially, it looks like, yeah, she'll be fine. So.
Okay. Steve, I was grabbing a few cards because I just wanted to pull a card. I got a message, pull a card for her. So I'm going to pull a card. Oop, okay, we got Knight of Swords. So this is all about passion. So for me, it's about your like creative thought. It feels like you're not connecting with what you're passionate about. It's funny. My friend from high school just sent me a message. She goes, Kimmy, make sure that you find your passion. And she just got this message. I mean, we've been friends forever. And she called me Kim too. My friends always joke, "You're Kim, not Kimmy," you know. So, but this is for you, Lisa. I am a passionate seeker of creative thoughts. I play freely with my thoughts and ideas. I am ready to take on new challenges, playing with opposing ideas, and to help me find these creative ideas. So this is about the way you communicate. Make sure that you're I just keep getting this feeling like your resume is updated to what you want. Make sure you're clear. You may just be kind of like settling for what you think is there. And I feel like you're going to manifest something. And think of it this way, it's got to be long term. It doesn't just because you're like, oh, I got to get a job. Don't think that you can. There's something about spirit working with you to bring you into alignment with what you need. And you're getting a little bit of a kick of fear because it's not really fear. It's more of that, okay, if you want to do what you want to do, then you need to follow that pathway. That's what I feel. So
Yeah,
All
I
right.
pulled a card for her and I pulled it twice because it didn't seem to fit her question, but it was choose a new direction. And I don't think it's because she's a new NP. I think it's the way she's going about getting the job, like you said. Because it came up twice. I put it back in. I'm like, no, it can't be her card. And I did it again and it came up again after shuffling. So I feel like she has to go about it a different way than
That
she's
makes
been
sense.
approaching it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like she could do that, but like it's like however she's looking at it, there's like something unique about. I think
Yeah.
she's even gonna find something unique about herself. So,
I drew a
let's
card for her also.
okay.
The card is a message from your spirit guides, and the card was appreciate your talents, and it means the body that your higher self and your guides have selected for you to inhabit in this dimension and was born with a predisposition for certain skills. If your spiritual blueprint is best served by life of a musician as opposed to that of a mathematician, then an embryo with that genetic disposition will be chosen. This card, okay, this is going to confuse people. Basically, appreciate what you have and know that you are blessed with certain gifts for a particular reason. And denying your challenges in a way, denying, I guess, God's beautiful creation, denying God in a sense because he wouldn't give you, or him, she, the universe, whoever you believe in, wouldn't bestow upon you those gifts for no reason if you didn't believe in it. Like, for example, I sing. If I didn't utilize the gifts that God gave me and instead listen to what the world says, like if you can't sing or stuff like that, you have to stay within yourself and just be like, um, I'm grateful for what I have, and all who don't like it will learn to appreciate it. But for me, myself, I just have to learn to love it myself first. I have to learn to love who I am first.
Amen. That makes sense. And then let's go to the next question. And then we'll start with you, Kayla, if you want to answer this question. This is from Katrina. My first time on here. I'm so excited. My husband needs help getting through some things. Any feelings?
Give me a second.
Okay. If anybody else, well, Kayla's.
Yeah, he's actually a Life Path 4, which is the teacher. And I feel like when he's teaching others, he's learning lessons himself. And he needs to get up. Every time he falls down, make sure he gets up one more time. And I didn't pull a card for him. I just did the Life Path numbers.
So just keep going, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If you get up more times than you fall down, you'll make it through life.
Makes sense. Okay. Kayla.
Yeah, I'm going to pull a card for him. I'm just going to have one jump out. So... Katrina's husband. All right, so I pulled the card for healing. Listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and heal your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you to physicality. Your angels are here with you and will help you dissolve your fears. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. This card is confirmation that healing is occurring right now. So I feel like we're overcoming a lot of difficulties. I feel like a lot has been accomplished with him. And there's still things to work on, healing to work on, but like Kelly was saying, to not give up on it, because I feel that he's come such a far way. I feel like he's been working on himself for a really long time, and to just keep going with it, and things are going to prosper.
And I got that. I'm hearing the song in my head. It's like, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You know that song. I heard that song, and I'm going, okay, that's for you. it
Yeah.
seems like that you're going to continuously, that's how you're going to grow. That's the message for you, is don't look at that as a frustration. Look at it as a gift. It's a gift of growth.
While
Boy.
Kayla was speaking, I pulled the card that I was meaning to, and I got his situation will improve. So I think that her healing card is right on. Whatever he's going through is going to improve.
Makes sense. Yeah. And it's like, and just know that when you get frustrated, it's only there to help you grow. That's like the most important thing, is the more the more you connect with things, the more you're going to grow. And you guys, I mean, you could go listen to that song. I can't think of Steven, do you know who sings that song? Probably. I mean,
What song is it?
You can ask me to sing. It's that song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. And I don't know the words, but
I don't know what song that is.
It's before his time, that's why.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. I love that song. So
another card jumped out for manifestation. It's talking about believing in yourself and trusting your instincts and following your heart. And then doing so, you shall manifest all of your heart desires. So I think this is just a confirmation of keeping up with yourself and standing back up again, and everything will come into fruition. So
it makes sense to me. And that's what's so important is.
Kimmy, the band is Chumbawamba.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. I'm like,
I looked it up.
Man.
Chumbawamba.
I love it. That's funny. I'm like, all these songs come in and I'm like, what the heck? So that's funny. So any other questions that you guys are seeing that are on particular? I have a couple people that sent messages, but I wanted to, if you're looking at the channel, do you guys have anything coming through?
Yeah, Kevin. Kevin is someone's. Yeah, I don't think he asked a question. He just put his birth date on there. Oh yeah, and his school and relationship he asked about. He's a number 8, so his life lesson is about money, of course, and that figure 8 balance. His life path is called the executive.
He is a teacher. That's what I felt like. I also get what was his birthday?
9/2/1968. Oh wait, maybe that's the wrong Kevin.
No, that's the correct one.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. 9/2/1968.
Kevin, there's a man that's with you that's talking to me, and he says that you got the ability to give and receive. And sometimes you feel like what you do is you give and then you're not getting back. But know that when you can feel, he's telling me, when you can feel what you're giving, then you can actually receive those gifts. And actually what's going to happen is you've got a few other people that are coming into your life right around November, he's telling me. And he's telling me, I keep getting, I don't know where the name Steve. It's not Steven that's here, but it's Steve, another Steve. And it's like, I'm just hearing that name and I'm feeling like you need to remember that name. You also, emotionally, I feel like you're going to be okay, but there's some people you need to cut ties with. That's really significant. So.
The same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it says as far as his education goes, it's very good results with that. That starts on his birthday in September, but it also says be careful of deceptive people. You can be conned. So you've got to make a decision too over the course of the year. Indecision basically about money and about his future. Exactly what he's going to be doing.
That's huge. That's a huge thing. That makes a lot of sense, especially with being clear. How do you clear things? Are you like mucking up your head? You're mucking up your head, like where you're feeling like you got too much in there. Make sure that you're actually being clear with things, because if you're not clear with things, going to be all over the place, and you're going to be frustrated, and then you're going to get monkey mind. And you can't do that. And I think sometimes you do that with people. Like people pull you off your path.
That's exactly what I got because I did the tarot cards. I got the Page of Pentacles for the school, and what I'm getting from it is like he's paying attention a lot to, I guess, the naysayers or the opinions of others. Like he's allowing others, he's paying more attention to what others have to say or what others' opinions are rather than what he has within himself. Like he already has what he needs, but there's other things interfering in I guess his judgment. I don't know what this is in relation to, but it's like in the card it's like holding a light, like he's paying attention to everything else but the light in his hand that he has within himself is what I feel from it. And there's a whole bunch of like evil, well not evil, but like, naysayers, those negative people, negative Nancy's around
So I
him.
feel like it's almost like he's looking to, like, in his regretful past, if there's past decisions and like kind of gloating on those type of things and feeling guilty for like past decisions, and that's almost creating like a fear to look into that light and move forward. So that's kind of what I got, is to not be so fearful of it, and like when you decide like what you're gonna do for school, do it with all your heart and have full faith in it, and kind of don't look back.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Really, like, just don't look back is the clear message that I got.
I pulled a card for him while Stephen was talking, and it's the Take Action card. And it talks about he has to take action because he knows what to do. His angels are waiting for him to go after his dreams so they can hurt him. Uncertainty is blocking him, and in his heart he knows what to do. And it says whether it's focused upon his career or his relationship or anything else, the fulfillment of his wishes isn't going to just fall into his lap. He has to actively focus on the pursuit of what he wants. So I think he's just kind of sitting back and waiting for things to happen. Like you guys both said, there's a lot of negative people influencing him, or fear that, he's not on the right path or something. So
that makes a lot of sense. And that's what's important, is you gotta follow like, everybody's a mirror. So you're giving messages. I don't know why. That's Paige too, like Stephen drew. So if you're giving advice to other people, what, like they say, but even for healers, heal thyself. You're advising people, you need to do the same thing, for you, like, take that in, know you're supported. That's huge. Yeah. It's really neat how we're all aligning too, because each of us, we all do things different. Skip, he uses time maps. I should have somebody asked, how are you getting your information? Skip, you want to talk about what you do real quick?
Sure. Time maps are based on a really old system that someone who taught me found, and he developed it to the point that it's very accurate as far as your future. It's based on your birthday. It goes for the next year of your life. It covers family, relationships, finances, career, home, health, spirituality, any major roadblocks that might be coming up. If you're making decisions and this shows that something bad's going to happen, you can definitely not make that decision and avoid that. It's basically turning your headlights on so you can see what's coming.
I agree. Smash mouth too. That's yeah. Thanks, Margie. Yeah, Smash Mouth sings. It's funny how different people, different bands sing. Even they redo stuff. Yep. So, okay. Any other questions?
Marlena has a lot. I have only addressed her so far, but I think this will cover all of her questions. So she just gave her birth date, and then she wanted to know about kids and career and gave their birth dates. Didn't do the kids' numbers, but she's a life path 2, which is the mediator, and she keeps the peace. And I feel like she's tired of keeping the peace. Like she feels like she's the glue, but it's exhausting her.
Yeah.
And so I pulled a card, and it's up to you, it says. And the end result of her situation that she's asking about, she can affect the outcome by taking a proactive approach to solving any challenges. She needs to stand in her own power and have confidence that she has what it takes to bring about happy endings, and not wait for someone else to rush in and save her. So in order for her to come to a successful conclusion, the situation requires her unique perspective and experience. And I think it's up to her. With her children, I don't know. I haven't done their numbers yet, but I think that waiting around isn't going to make things happen for her. She needs to be concise and know what she wants to do.
So that makes sense to me too. When you said that, is like it's like, plus when you're a mother, you're always focusing on everyone around you, right? So yeah. It's like allow yourself to focus on you. I also I keep getting this message. One of her kids. What are her kids' birthdays?
1/5/1995.
Okay.
5/11/2000. 3/29/2005.
Did she give the boy, did she have a son?
She didn't say, she just said her kids and career is what she's interested in.
Okay, because I'm really getting a very strong message. And it's a boy, and I see him like be getting on an airplane. And I don't know if he's going to be getting an interview somewhere. It's just somewhere different. And, he needs support with that because it might be something scary for him. I also heard the name Chris. And I think there's something about that name that's significant with the child that's born in 95. Only because that child is going through, just a lot, like some decision making with, should I spend the money on something or not? I just see a lot with, making decisions with money. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm looking at him, and he's got a lot of money stuff on here also. The one on 29. Definitely decisions, but it looks like he'll make good decisions. Financially, things are looking good for him. The other kids also look good. There's nothing to be concerned with at all. And as far as Marlena goes, I lost her. Let me put her back into it.
You need her birthday, Skip?
What do we got? 8/1/73.
Yeah.
And financially, things look good. She was talking about career. So things look good for her. It's talking about a very talented person. But she's got a lot of emotional uncertainty. She's got love in her life, but I'm seeing a lot of uncertainty over the whole year. So she's a little unsure of things.
It's interesting when you're talking about being unsure of things, because I can feel that too. I feel like you gotta, just try one thought at a time, like organizing your life better, not too much. Right, Stephen?
I drew the perfect card for her from Notes from the Universe.
I love that.
So this is the picture that she got. And what it says is, you wondering how would be as silly as me wondering why. I don't, and neither should you. Let's not be that crazy, the universe. And what I get from that is, don't worry about, I guess, how things are going to come. Just know that it is. And enjoy the journey along the way. But this is what it says. This is how it looks.
That's cool. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I pulled a card for her, and it's trust.
Yeah.
So, it says, you are looking at a situation from purely a physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
That's big. That's really big.
Very big.
And also with that, about things coming in without expecting them, miracles happen in very unexpected ways. And when you put your faith into it and less expectation in how it's going to come, it can come in miraculous ways, whatever you're worrying about. It's another thing about manifestation. So
Let go.
there's more than one way to get things done and to be prosperous. So trust it all.
It's so
Letting go of
important.
it is the hardest thing.
Mm-hmm.
I did her children's numbers. 2 of them are 3s and 1 is a 9. 9's humanitarian and the 3s are communicators. So I think that they'll be fine communicating on their own, and the other one is wanting to help others. So I'll tell you which are which. Sorry. The one born on 5/11/2000 is a 9, and then the other 2 are 3s.
So make sure that, you know, like, and if you have any other if anybody has any questions, you know, as we're going through, I know, like, normally we do, like, well, when we do personal readings, they're longer. You can ask questions, so you can always go over to lighttheway.com to talk to us. LITEtheway.com. Any other questions that anybody have?
I see Kevin posted his question again, so he may have missed when we were talking about him. So if you did, once we're done, go back and watch the replay of Kevin. You'll see everything that we said.
He can actually go back now. I think you can go back while the video is still live. I think.
Yeah, because you can. So feel free to you know, and we're really happy that everybody's you know, we're doing this. This is all new to us. So, you know, thanks everyone for being patient. And if we don't get to your question this week, or if anybody is just, like, you know, tuning in and you know, wanting to just figure out, like, things, you can actually post your question. We'll go back to it and be with you.
Jamie posted her birthday. She's a number 4, the teacher. And I pulled 3 cards for her. First came up Bethany, about taking care of yourself. I feel like she's not taking care of her health. And that then Archangel Raphael came in. He is the angel that helps physical challenges in herself and others. And it says that she's a healer like him. And she has, then Ariel, she has new psychic and spiritual experiences that are changing her view of the world and herself. She needs to allow these gifts to come in and to open, and she should use study, prayer, and meditation. And also, as she's healing, she's learning how she can help others heal. She has to start taking care of herself, and then she'll be teaching others that. I think she just started on her path, like, heavily, or more like the messages she's being thrown into her path. And the pain is what's driving her to do this.
You know, Kelly, for some reason, as you're talking about that, I think when you do your next YouTube video, that would be a very good message for people.
Yeah.
How they can overcome that. Yeah, because I feel like that's a hard thing, because a lot of people, like, even people will say, oh, well, you got to take care of yourself. And then next thing you know, the people that are telling you that are asking you to take care of them. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
so that would be,
yeah.
how do you overcome that? That would be a really good one. Good message for you to share with people.
When Kelly, you were talking about her taking care of her health and about meditation and stuff too. I also heard her diet. She really needs to pay attention to what she's eating and drinking, to kind of also, like, it's almost like she needs a full detox. And it'll like start the cycle and cleanse it, and then more information will come to her, and it'll kind of speed up her process of healing and learning new information.
Amen. So anything with what about, like, so that's important. What about any crystals or like frequency. Anybody getting anything on frequency? Because I heard C, the note of C. That's what came to me.
It might be Kayla's area.
Yeah,
crystals.
when you said that, it's funny. I'm actually holding the crystal that I thought of for her. She needs like a double terminated clear quartz. So this is a cut one. It's actually a healing wand. Can you see it?
Yeah.
But I have like, let me, 1 second. It's right here. Something like this. So a raw crystal, double terminated, just like this. So this is, it's kind of what I was talking about, but in a metaphor, in a crystal. So this has energy flowing out and in through it infinitely. So it doesn't need to be cleansed because it's cleansing itself continuously. So kind of like flushing herself with the water, this will kind of flush yourself and your crystal spiritually and with emotional releases.
That makes sense.
So
that's cool.
Like yeah.
To get you to do some videos on crystals and sharing, so people can understand. I love that. I love to learn that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. If you need to get any, you can contact me. I have tons accessible. So
yeah, I have a whole bunch I need to get rid of too.
Mm-hmm. So. Stephen went crystal mining on his way up here.
Yeah, and I still never gave it away. I still have all this.
So
any other questions?
Janet B, she's a 2, which is the mediator. And I pulled a card for her and it says peaceful resolution, which her being the mediator, I'm not sure what's going on, but there's some conflict or challenge she's thinking about. It's coming to an end and it will soon be replaced with harmony. So it might just be they agree to disagree though, but it'll be resolved in her favor. And it could be with whoever, family, work, whatever. But she needs to be forgiving and understanding with those that may have been in error and allow the peace to come with grace and dignity. I feel like maybe even though she is a mediator, for some reason she's holding on to this conflict for some reason.
I just heard something.
Here's the beautiful part.
It is. I'll be right back. So I'm going to get something for Janet, and because I just got a message in my head. But go ahead, everyone else, if you want to share.
I'm seeing the same thing. You're talking about the mediator, and it's just that she's got those cards in both work and finances, where she is dealing with other people, and she's the one that is making the situation cooperative. It describes her as being intelligent. Financially, things look good. It shows something around Christmas time that there might be some financial strain, so watch your spending. And focus on family and marriage later on if you are married. If you're not, it's just strong or personal satisfaction. So decisions we're making will end up being positive for you.
That's okay. So I went and grabbed this. I love this crystal. I look at it and I feel, Janet, for some reason I feel like you're not connecting with the gifts that you came into this world with, and I'm just gonna. It's like you need to hear the bell. The bell's ringing. The tone's coming in. You're very intuitive, but there's things that in your past that you would see and feel, and they scare you. And so you've gotten away from it, yet you sit and people come to you, they talk to you, they share with you, and then you process things well, but it feels like it'll even aid to your healing, like some type of healing. I feel like you're there for everybody, and I feel like it's time for you to step into your own power. I also heard something about sleep. It's like your husband, maybe he sleeps different than you do. And so I heard go snuggle with him. I don't know why. I just got that kind of goosebumps. Or your partner. And then I don't know why they corrected me on that. And then I also heard I saw a baby coming. Like somebody's going to have a baby. You're going to be a grandmother. If anybody has comments, please post them. Let us know how we're doing. So, okay. We have a couple more minutes. I wanted to share that we'll take another question. I also wanted to share we do this every Monday from 7 to 8. And if anybody's interested in a reading, you can go over to lighttheway.com. And please just post your questions. We'll get to them. This is something we love to offer for you and to connect with you. We are in a time of great change. Right now, we got a lot of shifts going on. I just posted my weekly vibe. Actually, Skip did. He filmed it. It looks so great. Thank you, Skip. And my weekly vibe and mantra. So check it out. You can check that out. And if you have any questions, feel free. Let's take the last question.
Chris Thompson asked a couple of things about career and then if her daughter was marrying the right guy. I didn't tap into her career, but her daughter is a number 8, which is business minded, and the guy is a 6, which is the nurturer, and he's very magnetic. It says that the 8's dream and the 6 help them bring their dreams to fruition. They're a magnetic couple. People notice them when they walk in together. They're spontaneous. The only thing they need to do is to be careful not to expect, with the 6, not to expect the 8 to read their mind.
Ooh.
And yeah, so the 8s need to try to not feel victimized and blame other people when things are going wrong. So the 6 will try to make everything better, but loses patience if the 8 doesn't snap out of it. But otherwise, the 6 encourages the strength of the 8, and the 8 will be proud of the 6. And they'll have a blessed life to share. So I think, yeah, as long as they don't try to be mind readers and support one another, things will be fine for them.
I felt good, but I felt like don't get mouthy. That's what I heard.
Well, yeah, it's because if the 8 doesn't snap out of it, it's like if you have, say, she's just been moping and complaining and things aren't going her way, and he tries to support her, brings her flowers, and she still mopes. Yeah, I think that's what you're referring to, and that's what it says here. Like, you have to let that support in, and
sometimes it's like, this, and I want to say this message came to me earlier when I was doing a reading. I heard really loud. I'm like, okay, the person that if you're just dating or you met someone, either you accept how they are and you see the good in them, or don't continue into a permanent relationship, because it's like you're just going to continue getting mad at those same things. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's really strong right now. Skip was sharing a little bit about this week's energy, about especially for Aquarians, leaving things in the past. So, whatever it is, if you're just starting to date someone and something's like bothering you, especially like if it's maybe somebody out there, if you don't trust someone, if you're not trusting them and they're telling you over and over again they can trust you, here's the truth. The more you worry about it, the less time you get to have with that person. And if they cheat on you, it's not worth it anyways. So just let it happen and enjoy what is there. That's what that came to me. I'm like, why are you like stressed out about it? Really get in touch with what's important. It's important to get in touch with what aligns with you. This is a just message for everybody. I just popped in.
I think that's happening a lot right now, and people need to listen to their tuition, because when you meet a person, you can tell right away if there's sparks. Not always, but maybe you go on 1 or 2 dates and you're still not feeling the vibe. You know that there's no sense in forcing it. And I just met someone from personal experience, and I told him I'm not really interested in a romantic relationship with you, but I am willing to go on a few dates and see if we vibe. And after the second date, I said, no, I'm sorry. It's just not for me. And I upset them. But I mean, you have to speak up. You can't let yourself get into a situation that's going to disrupt your life and your peace and theirs as well in the end.
I
Yeah,
agree.
you can't settle for something that doesn't soothe you, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And why would you want to like get mad if somebody's? I think it's better if somebody's honest with you.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Not everyone feels that way, Kimmy.
Really? I'm like, see,
a lot of people don't like brutal honesty.
I think I think that's probably a thing that a lot of people get irritated with me. But I went for a position yesterday, and they asked me what my biggest issue, like if I have something that bothers me, and I said it bothers me when people are not like straight up. Like I like total transparency, and so say it to my face, we'll get over it. If you don't, I'm gonna confront you when I find out if you do. It's like, and I am just like that, because otherwise, why do it? I mean, if you can't talk to me, then why be in my life? That's how I feel, you know, and there's nothing wrong with you picking the people that you need to work with and connect with. That doesn't mean I'm always right. I mean, if I get upset, then we can talk about it, and maybe I need to learn something from it. But you can bet that if you don't talk about it, it's going to brew, and you're going to have these repetitions and problems. And it seems like this week, that's going to be an important thing. Relationships are important, especially the relationship you have to have with yourself.
Well, sometimes emotion clouds our thinking, and sometimes we just have to step back and let the emotion go, and then be truthful with people, because a lot of times, if we don't think it through ourselves and take a few moments. But emotion teaches us spiritual lessons. We're here to learn to use emotion to grow, not to let emotion control us. We control it. It's a tool. So we have to learn that when our emotions arise, we have to take a minute, deal with them, and then deal with the other person that's triggering them, because that's the way we're meant to learn our lessons.
Amen. That's so true. And the emotion, I mean, I can say that. I mean, I'm Aquarius, but I got a ton of Pisces in my chart. And so yeah, sometimes that emotion comes in, and then sometimes I feel like, am I feeling myself or other people? So I really think it's important to get in touch with your own vibration, your own frequency, your own yeses and nos. It's real. I mean, quick intuition thing that you can do is close your eyes and ask yourself, you know, is my name Kimmy? And I always have to say, is my name Kimmy in this lifetime? And I just felt like this calm feeling, like, yes. And then if I say, is my name Frank? I could feel a no, like a no. So like the more you ask yourself yeses and nos, the more you get in touch with your own inner voice. And then you'll be out, when you're out there, you have a better idea. Is this coming from me? Is this my truth? You know, ask yourself questions. Am I letting my emotions get in the way? And you'll know just based on your own vibe. So the more we get in touch with our own vibes, the more we can connect with our own tribe, right? We draw our tribe. That's so true.
Yeah. That was the best advice I've ever had in my life. A woman told me, when you meet someone, you say their name. And if you already know your yes and no, like you just said, you say their name and you just close your eyes and see how their name vibrates within you, and it'll never lie to you. Your heart doesn't lie, so you'll know which way to proceed.
So if you're not, you know, anybody that's, you know, even tuning in now, if you're not connected with your intuition, I mean, that's a big thing. Just get in touch with that. And you can practice doing that. You can ask lots of questions. I could say, okay, right now, am I sitting here and am I talking and looking at my phone? Or, you know, like, and it's like a yes. Or am I sitting on a mountain in Colorado? No, you know, but then sometimes people get so monkey minded. Well, what if I'm astral traveling, or what, you know, no, this is like here and now. Like, you ask the question, you can say, what do I taste? What do I hear? You know, maybe you hear a sound. And the more we get in touch with those, that's the book I wrote. That's all. It's that simple. It's so simple. People make it so difficult. It's not hard at all.
No.
It's easy. So
Not rocket science.
not at all. So, well, I just wanted to thank everyone for joining us. Just for myself, I'm going to be going up north. You can still get a hold of me, and I'm going to be doing some classes. We've got a sound immersion coming up on the 25th of August, Kayla and I. So you can join us at NVIDIA Salon. If you go over to lighttheway.com, you can share, get more information on how to join us. Kelly, anything you want to share?
At the moment, I don't think so. Just I want everyone to stay blessed and follow your truth. Listen to your heart. That's another song, right?
Yes, listen to your. Oh yeah. It's all you can do. Oh gosh, I'm going to start figuring. Yeah,
I forget who sings that one now.
I never when I did the morning show, they used to play songs and I did horrible. They thought it was so funny because they played the songs and I always got it wrong. I'm like, I would guess the craziest people. Skip, anything you want to share?
Yeah, we got started a little bit late, so I was going to do one more for Ray.
Okay.
And this is beginning on her birthday in December. And it's pretty good. It's love, personal success, spiritual passion. If you are involved with somebody, it shows a relationship improvement. If you're not involved with somebody, your opportunities will be January through March is where that's going to happen. After that, money looks good, and decisions you're making are good. I see success as the year goes along.
Anybody else have any messages or? Sorry, guys. That's okay.
Ooh, sounds like a dog.
What was Ray's question?
Her birthday is December 4th, 1980. We was asking what we saw for her.
I pulled a card for her and I got let go. And I heard in my head, let go and let God, let spirit. Like it's time for her to stop focusing on everything so much because that'll block it. And relationships that are unhealthy or unfulfilling should be released to allow something better to come in. So, the universe hates a void. So you have to create a void so it can be filled by the universe with what you need. It says, don't worry, God and your angels have everything under control. She needs faith and trust. And manifesting her desires is simply asking what she wants, releasing it to heaven. And don't hold on too tightly. When you hold on, things want to run away.
I'm thinking about that song now. Hold on. Okay. So I'm just like going to look you straight in the eyes. Get out, run. Start over. That's the message I got. So there's something about releasing and starting over. That's really
important. Let go.
Yeah, for sure. So everyone, I just want to say thanks. Stephen, you got any events coming up? Any of your albums being released, you said? In September?
It's gonna be let me just say it's to be determined right now.
Okay.
Still working out some kinks and doing some things. But just look forward to it and to some other things I have planned. But
awesome.
As of right now, just dealing with some personal stuff before we dwell into it.
And happy belated birthday as of yesterday, Stephen.
Thank y'all.
And we'll talk to everybody next week on Monday. And Kelly, if you check out, she posts some wonderful videos, wonderful teaching things. You can check out my video. You can check out everybody else. Send me your videos. And if you want to reach out to us, we're here. And you never know. We just might pop on here to do readings for you, throughout the week. So subscribe and bless everyone. Peace out. Bye.
Bye.
All right.